So what we're doing, the 75 Hard Challenge by Andy Frisella. I've done it. I've completed it once. The reason I like the 75 Hard Challenge, because it's so hard. Going to be joining me in the gym, which is a new experience for him.
I mean, so I'm going to be out of my comfort zone.
Yeah. So what can you expect? A lot of on location. We're speaking into the phone, a video, a thought. And then if there's questions that come up, we'll address that.
God.
75 hard.
Yeah.
75 days of just getting after it, focusing on self, laying the foundation for a better life. Welcome to GVSV.
Join us on this adventure. My name is Alex.
My name's Carl.
1, 2, 3, let's go.
Hey everybody, a little Hot Take Tuesday for you. So I don't use social media a lot, and I'll chat with friends and whatnot and post stuff to Reels. I've taken very much to the Joe Rogan advice of post and ghost, and I tell you why. Not whenever, but there are people who will applaud your journey, who will support you, who will think it's great, even if you're doing better than them. All right, but there's a lot of people online who will detract from that, who will try to project their own behaviors onto you, to try to distract you from your mission, from your goal. And what do I say about that? I say, fuck 'em. All right, even if they're a family member. All right, your goal is your own. Okay, it is for you, for the betterment of you, and if you're working to better yourself, all right, and show up as an even better version of yourself, you're going to be better for the people you care about. All right, there's nothing wrong with being just a tiny bit selfish. When it comes to maintaining your health, maintaining your fitness, reading, whatever that goal may be that is self-enhancing, it is not something you should feel guilty about. It is not something that you allow other people to make you feel guilty about, which is very popular on social media, right? Because they don't have the discipline, they don't have the desire, they don't have the motivation, whatever freaking excuse they come up with. They project that onto you. They project their behaviors onto you as you are sometimes in the suck trying to change your own self-destructive behaviors. So what do? Put yourself first. Put yourself first. All right? While the person who's telling you things might be a valuable person to you, you have to be the most valuable person to you. That doesn't mean you neglect other people. Right? But you take that time, you make that decision for yourself, and you don't let the people who do not have your vision write your story. You do not let the people who are not a stakeholder in your future dictate what that path may look like. If the person that is trying to project themselves onto you has never been to where you want to be or is not at where you want to be, how valuable is their advice? I have no problems taking advice from somebody who's built something incredible, lost it, and is building it back up. That loss has some experience that I want to grab and understand, and maybe I don't make those same mistakes. And same thing when it comes to physical fitness, all right? Some people might have been in incredible shape and got out of that incredible shape into horrific shape, and they're building it back. But that peak and valley has experience. It's valuable, right? But if the person's always ever been poor, who is, and again, we're not getting into socioeconomic thing. I'm just saying, who's never ever succeeded financially, who's never ever built anything, who's never ever been in any type of appreciable shape, who has never been athletic, who doesn't have any education towards these things. How valuable is their advice if the advice they've given, they've never, ever, ever actioned against? And that's what I'm warning against. A lot of these people on social media, they like to tear people down because it makes them feel better, right? And they'll speak as if their opinion is understood and appreciated fact, and it's not. Okay? You can't let people distract you from your goals. Not just fitness, not just mental health, not just finances, all of it. Don't let people take you off your path. Your path is your own, and not everybody can come with you. Okay, some people are going to get left behind, right? And some of those people will get left behind in your life, and whether we want to admit it or not, we all know the truth. Some of those people were boat anchors, all right? And we all have friends that we love from a distance. Can't let them get too close, all right? Because they're an energy suck. So go ahead and get on your goals. Get on your path. Stay on your path. And don't let anybody take you off your path. It is your path. It is your journey. These are your goals. It is your life. And if you find yourself on social media getting angry all the time, guess what? Get rid of social media. Okay? Trust me. I don't have Facebook on my phone. If I didn't have businesses, I wouldn't have a Facebook account. That stuff is toxic, it's poisonous, and getting away from it is probably one of the biggest mental health positives, life hacks that you could ever have. So if you find yourself, you can't walk away from somebody saying something negative on social media, just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. Or don't post. Like I do. When I post, I just post and ghost. I let people say whatever they want. Don't affect me, I don't know them. All right, but the point is just find your path, set your goals, and be unrelenting in accomplishing those goals. I'll check you guys out later. You have a good one, y'all. So week 2.
This is the end of week 2.
End of week 2.
What, day 14?
Yes, that's how math works.
Listen here, Mr. I hated algebra.
But I was outstanding at chemistry in my fucking head.
Exactly.
Which my algebra teacher hated.
Of course.
All right, I don't know where your X is. Why am I always trying to find X? Bullshit, Alex. Anyway, week 2.
Back to health and fitness.
Week 2, we increased the volume quite a bit.
Yes.
Increased intensity quite a bit. How are you feeling about that?
I feel great.
Feel great?
I will say, I think after our metabolic conditioning on Friday, I think I must have been doing something wrong with my form because, or maybe it was just the extra volume because my lower back was aching for the rest of the day.
Could be a mixture of both.
Yeah.
Could be a mixture of both. But I'd hazard a guess is your form.
Yeah. And then I will say that having that extra hour of sleep going into Saturday morning, huge difference. Huge difference. I didn't realize how sleep deprived I was Monday through Friday.
I woke up because yesterday I had to work.
Yeah.
Right? So I got to sleep in, which was like waking up at 6 instead of waking up at 4. And let me tell you how freaking much
I know.
Being sleep deprived sucks. So I slept yesterday.
Yeah.
Slept today. Now, sleep is a huge component
For recovery.
for recovery, for muscle building. All right, it's almost on par, if not, and really depending on who you talk to, with nutrition.
Yes.
Right, because if your nutrition is spot on, but your sleep is shit, your recovery is going to suffer exponentially.
Yeah.
Right, so I think my problem is getting to bed in time. With all the things I have going on, you know, ideally I'd like to be asleep by 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm not winding down all my various things until like
Yeah.
10:30, 11,
My
which I have to get better at.
my body will just kick me in the butt and start closing my eyelids for me. So around 9 o'clock, I can lay down and I can pass out within moments. But the thing is that on the inverse, I'm waking up half an hour before my alarm goes off, where I'm
Yeah.
just like, it's time to get up.
So this week we increased volume.
Yeah.
We added in some intensity techniques,
Yeah.
namely the drop set and force reps.
Yes.
All right, so force reps, for those who don't know, is if you have a workout partner that's spotting you, what they'll do is when you're struggling, they'll help you along just enough to get through that repetition.
I didn't realize how little it was that you were helping, because
Sometimes it's just my hand being there
Yeah.
on it is that mental cue that you're pushing. Most times, folks don't need help. They just need something to zero them in mentally.
Yeah.
All right. There were some reps there where I was like, okay, you've had enough because I'm doing the work now. All right. But again, that's a learning curve thing. That's a learning curve thing. So when you have a workout partner that is paying attention to spotting you, what you need to do is sometimes just put your hand on the bar. Now there's different places where you actually spot.
Yeah.
All right. That's force reps. All right. When you're doing that, the person who is doing exercise, they're getting extra credit. That is really where you're making your money. Right. It's one thing to get close to failure within your rep range. It's another thing to be pushed past failure. That's when you're really making the gains there. Right. We added volume in the metabolic conditioning both days, which kept the heart rate elevated for a longer period of time.
Yeah.
All right, so we're not just doing the strong stuff, the higher capacity and strength stuff, and muscle endurance. We're also doing cardiovascular work and sauna work. How do you feel as far as your energy goes? Where do you feel as far as your nutrition's at? Are you having a hard time consuming everything?
So for me, my diet and hitting my macros has been easy, because I've done all my meal prep on the weekend. So
Okay.
like when I go home right now, I have 6 packs of chicken thawing out in the sink.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna throw them in the slow cooker with the ingredients, let that cook for 4 hours on high, and then after that, portion it out 425 grams per day, and then I'm done.
Yeah.
I already know what my breakfast, my first lunch, my second lunch are, and then as soon as I get home from work, it's like a yogurt and 4 eggs, and by 5 o'clock, I've hit all my calories.
Do you find yourself hungry?
Last night I did, but I think that was other things.
Other
That was other things that were causing that.
At the end of the next 2 weeks, we're going to relook at the macronutrients and the caloric intake. All right, and that's going to be based on what we see through body composition. All right, not just weight, but body composition as well. So, how much lean muscle gain was there? How much fatty tissue was lost? All right, and we're going to check all the different indicators of hormonal health: sleep, hunger, mood, sex drive. All these things tie in to understanding what your body's doing on a hormonal level without pulling a pound. It gives us a little insight. All right, so if we see the indicators that, like, you know what, you're losing too much muscle mass, all right, we're gonna say, we're gonna up the calories, all right? It's all gonna be protein, all right? Because right now, we're just trying to shed body fat, save what muscle we have right now. If we could gain some, that'd be great too, all right? Protein's gonna be what, keeps the muscles
from sacrificing themselves. The body's gonna go after the muscles first.
Yeah.
So that's week
it.
2.
Week 2
In the books.
in the books. So if you could join us on this adventure, help us do all those YouTube things, like, comment, subscribe.
Tell your friends, tell your family, time to get off their butt and join us in the gym.
Join us in this adventure. 1, 2, 3, let's go.